Hi, this is an email from Laura, and Laura says, I spent the last 3 months eating whatever I want, which is more than I've ever eaten in my life, and I went from a BMI of X to X, which stresses me out to think about. I've been shamed by my therapist and my dietitian for eating so much, as I'm now apparently at a unhealthy BMI. My dietitian told me I was eating way too much for my body and gave me a much smaller meal plan. I stuck to this for 5 days and then finally gave in to a massive 3-day binge as the mental hunger I had was so overwhelming. I'm afraid I've managed to keep my head straight forward and focused on recovery, but now I'm finding it hard to keep gaining weight without feeling ashamed and guilty for eating. I don't know what to do, as I haven't been restricting at all until my dietitian's comments stuck in my head. When will my body be okay again? I know I shouldn't be impatient with it, but I'm really struggling now, and I find myself being drawn to counting calories again, Laura. It's sad, isn't it? I feel bad for you, Laura. Well, because it sounds like actually you were doing okay, and then you received a load of judgment from other people, judgment about the amount of food that you were eating, which honestly, I congratulate you on. You have a restrictive eating disorder, you're doing unrestricted eating and recovering, and rather than congratulate you, though, they've made you feel ashamed of it. And so I guess when you say that you don't know what to do, you're torn between doing what your body's asking you to do and doing what your dietitian is asking you to do. I guess what you've discovered, what a lot of people discover when we go through recovery, is that restriction doesn't work. It either makes you miserable and having an eating disorder, or you just get to this point where you're restricting and then your body just takes it back. Your body's just like, nope, that's not happening, and you binge. And so it can make you feel really, really lost and hopeless if somebody's telling you restrict and you know it doesn't work, and you've even tried it. As you said, you tried this new meal plan for 5 days and you lasted 5 days, and then your body just said, all right, enough, taking over, and it did just that. And then you probably feel all this guilt as if you're just not strong enough, you've just not got enough willpower. It's nothing to do with that. It's your body taking the desperate measure of taking control and making you binge, because your body's really scared when you restrict food. And that scaredness from your body has been, or that reaction from your body has been created by restriction. So it makes me really sad when treatment professionals treat restrictive eating disorders with restriction. I'm frustrated because it doesn't work. It just doesn't work. And what will happen is, Laura, if you listen to your dietitian, then what happens is you keep trying to restrict and you keep failing, and you just feel more and more hopeless, and you just keep on fighting your body until one day you just stop doing that, and you'll go to unrestricted eating quite likely anyway, after this years-long cycle of trying to do as your dietitian is asking you to do. So I hope you just cut to the chase and listen to your body. It's crazy that I'd have to ever, if you think about it logically, it's crazy that I'd ever have to tell somebody that you should listen to what your body's telling you above the opinion of somebody else that's not in your body. It's crazy that I would have to say that, but I have to say it a hell of a lot. It's not just you, Laura, it's pretty much everyone. We're taught not to trust our bodies. It's another cultural piece of shit that we're dealt all the time. It's not helpful. And it sounds to me that if you were in a vacuum of Laura land and you weren't listening to other people's opinions about how much you're eating and your body, it sounds to me that you'd be perfectly happy. So it just makes it super sad. I know I rattle on about treatment providers a lot. I slag them off a lot of the time. It's because they say stupid shit a lot of the time. There's some really good ones out there. I suggest that you go and find a health with every size educated dietitian. I can tell that the one that you've got isn't. It's not going to be helpful for you. It's just like a completely different mindset. It's just a completely different attitude to your body. A health at every size dietitian is not going to tell you to restrict food. And you do not need to be told to restrict food. Nobody needs that shit in their life. Laura, I hope you're doing all right. If you're watching, let us know how you got on, all right? Bye.